Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Today we are taking a shloka from the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, 21st chapter, shloka number 5. And this shloka describes the entrance of Lord Krishna into the forest of Vrindavan. And this comes just before Venu Gita. There is a beautiful song in the 10th canto of Bhagavatam called Venu Gita, which is sung by the gopis of Vrindavan. When Krishna entered Vrindavan along with the boys and calves to tend cows throughout the day, all the gopis of Vrindavan were in separation from Krishna. They were remembering Krishna's activities, how Krishna would play flute and tend cows and do all kinds of mischievous activities and play games throughout the day in the forest. So the gopis go into an ecstatic remembrance of Krishna's activities throughout the day. So Sakadeva Goswami describes that in the 21st chapter of the 10th canto. So before that, he begins the chapter or the description with this beautiful shloka that describes Krishna's beautiful form while he was entering the forest of Vrindavan, along with the cows and the calves and the gopas. And the gopis were seeing this form. Barha pidam natavaravapuh karnayo karnikaram bibharadva sahakanaka kapisham vaijayantim chamalam randhran venoradhara sudhaya purayan gopavrinde vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirtihi. First line, Rishiva. Barha pidam natavaravapuh karnayo karnikaram.
Parhapidam natavaravapuh karnayo karnikaram. Parhapidam natavaravapuh karnayo karnikaram. Parhapidam natavaravapuh karnayo karnikaram. Parhapidam natavaravapuh karnayo karnikaram.
Very good. Hare Krishna. Krishna Priya. Bibharadva sahakanaka kapisham vaijayantim chamalam.
Bibhradva sahakanaka kapisham vaijayantim chamalam. Bibhradva sahakanaka kapisham vaijayantim chamalam. Bibhradva sahakanaka kapisham vaijayantim chamalam.
Brajeshwari Kripa Mataji. Randhran venoradhara sudhaya purayan gopavrinde.
Randhran venoradhara sudhaya purayan gopavrinde. Randhran venoradhara sudhaya purayan gopavrinde. Randhran venoradhara sudhaya purayan gopavrinde.
Vishnu Priya Mataji. Vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirtihim.
Vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirtihi. Vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirtihi. Vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirtihi. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Shloka. Divya Krishna.
Yes, Guruji. Barha piram natavaravapuh karnayor karnikaram. Vibradvasa kanaka kapisham vaijayantim chamalam. Randhran venoradhara sudhaya purayan gopavrindayet. Vrindaranyam shabadaramanam pravishat kita kirtihi.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna Pranam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Randavat Pranama. Barha piram natavaravapuh.
Okay, you can say with me, Anamisha. Barha pidam natavaravapuh.
Barha pidam natavaravapuh.
Karnayo karnikaram.
Karnayo karnikaram.
Bibharadva sahakanaka kapisham.
Brahadvasa vashaha
Kanaka
kapisham.
Vaijayantim chamalam.
Vaijayantim chamalam.
Randhran venoradhara sudhaya.
Randaran Venor Adhara Sudhaya
Purayan Gopavrindair
Purayan Gopavrinde
Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam
Naranyam Swapadaramanam
Pravishad Gita Kirtihim.
Pravishad Gita Kirtihi. Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandavat Pranama.
Thank you. Hasani.
You can tell after that I can repeat.
Okay. Barha Pidam Natavarapu Karnayo Karnikaram.
Barga Piram Natavaru Vipum Karnayo Karnikaram.
Bibhradva Sahakanaka Kapisham Vaijayantim Chamalam.
Bibhradva Sakanaka Kapisham Vaijayantim Chamala.
Randhran Venoradhara Sudhaya Purayan Gopavrindair.
Andran Venuradhara Sudayaha Purayan Gopavrinde.
Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishad Gita Kirtihi.
Vrindaranyam Sabadaramanam Pravishad Gita Kirte.
Good. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Varhapidam Natavarapu Karnayo Karnikaram Vibhradvasakanaka Kapisham Vaijayantim Chamalam Randran Venuradhara Sudaya Purayan Gopavrinde Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishad Gita Kirti. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Vrinda Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavad Pranam. Barha Pidam Natavarapu Karanayo Karnikaram Vibhradvashah Kanaka Kapisham Vaijantim Chamalam Randhan Venu Adhara Sudaya Purayan Gopavrinde Vrindaranamyam Aranyam Swapadam Ramanam Pravishat Gita Kirtihi. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danat Pranam. Barhapidam Natavarapu Karnayo Karnikaram Vibhradvasa Kanaka Kapisham Vaijayantim Chamalam Randhran Venoradhara Sudhaya Purayan Gopavrinde Vrindaranyam Sapadaramanam Ravishat Gita Kirtihi. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So in this shloka, Sukadeva Goswami describes the entrance of Lord Krishna into the forest of Vrindavan along with the cows and the calves. First he says, Barha Pidam, how Krishna entered into Vrindavan by nicely decorating himself with forest flower garlands and peacock feathers and nice shining dresses. Of course, Mother Yashoda decorates Krishna. So the first decoration on Krishna that Sukadeva Goswami points out here is Barha Pidam. Barha is the peacock feather, Barha Pidam. So Krishna wears a peacock feather on his head for multiple reasons that we have already discussed before. When Krishna dances so beautifully in Vrindavan forest, all the peacocks become excited. So whenever it rains, peacocks go into jubilation and they start dancing, opening their tails and showing their peacock feathers. They will dance in great joy. So Krishna also resembles a monsoon cloud. So seeing Krishna moving in Vrindavan, the peacocks think that maybe cloud is moving. Clouds are generally seen in the sky. Maybe cloud has come down on the ground and started moving in the form of Krishna. So the peacocks become very excited to see Krishna like a monsoon cloud, and they start dancing in jubilation. And Krishna also starts dancing with the peacocks. And Krishna also plays his flute while dancing with the peacocks. And after the dance performance was over, the king of peacocks offered a beautiful feather to Krishna as a gift. So to honor this special gift given by the king of peacocks, Krishna kept it on his head. That's the importance that Krishna gives even to a feather given by a bird out of love and affection, because it's the love that makes any offering very sweet and acceptable to Krishna, not exactly the expense of the offering. Okay. So Barha Peedam, Krishna wears peacock feather. Also, Srimati Radharani has a pet peacock. And Krishna wants to impress Radharani, so he takes a feather from Radharani's pet peacock and puts on his head, so that Radharani would give him some attention. Okay, that's another reason why Krishna wears a peacock feather. And there's another reason also. So Krishna, like whenever Krishna comes in front of the gopis of Vrindavan, the gopis watch Krishna's beautiful form with unblinking eyes. So when we are seeing something, we may blink our eyes without even our notice, and there is no obstruction in our vision, because the time of eye blink is the smallest time, but within that time of eye blink, the gopis of Vrindavan experience hundreds of yugas of separation from Krishna. So sometimes the gopis even criticize Lord Brahma. The gopis say that Brahma does not know how to design human bodies. He has given only 2 eyes. With the 2 eyes, how can we relish Krishna's beauty? We won't be able to relish. We need more eyes. And another biggest flaw in Brahma's creation is he has given 2 eyes with eyelids that are constantly blinking. So that is obstructing the vision of Krishna. So whenever the gopis come in front of Krishna, they don't blink their eyes. They just open their eyes like this. Okay. Then no closing of the eyes only. So they look at Krishna's beautiful form. And those unblinking eyes of the gopis resemble the eyes on peacock feathers, right? Just you can try not blinking your eyes for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, when you're taking darshan. Okay. So all the gopis of Vrindavan, they don't blink their eyes when they come in front of Krishna. And there are eyes on the peacock feathers also. They also don't blink. So the gopis' eyes and the eyes on peacock feather, they resemble. Same. They look similar to Krishna's eyes. So to remember all these gopis' eyes that are hankering for the darshan of Krishna, like Chataka birds, Krishna wears peacock feathers on his head, multiple peacock feathers on his head. Okay. So also the gopis decorate their braids with some jewels and flowers and all kinds of ornaments. So the decorated braid of the gopis resembles the tail of a peacock. Have you seen the tail of a peacock? Not when it is open and the peacock is dancing. When the peacock is walking, it's a very long tail, where you see all the feathers from this view, side view. Okay, so it looks like a decorated braid of the gopi. So Krishna wants to remember the gopis of Vrindavan. That's why he wears peacock feather on his head, multiple peacock feathers. Also, one day Krishna and Radharani were standing and they were giving darshan to all the other residents of Vrindavan, especially the younger gopas and gopis and the cows and the calves and the peacocks. So Krishna looked like a monsoon cloud and Radharani looked like lightning. She's golden and Krishna is dark. He looked like cloud and she's like lightning. So cloud is there, lightning is there, rainbow is missing. Okay. So to please all the viewers of Vrindavan, so Krishna kept a peacock feather on his head that resembles a rainbow, multiple colors. So that's why Krishna wears a peacock feather on his head, Varha Peedam. Nata Vara Vapuhu. So Krishna's body appears like the body of a drama artist. Okay, Nata Vara means the best of all artists. Vapu means body. So Krishna's body resembles that of a drama artist. Why? You can see the later decorations. Okay. So Krishna is wearing a peacock feather on his head, yellow dhoti, and a colorful garland, and blue color face, blue color body, and curly locks of hair. Do you see anyone wandering like that on the roads? Right? Only drama artists wander like that. But Krishna is also wandering like that. That's why he's called Natavara Vapuhu. And also Krishna is good at acting. So Krishna is Chatushashti Kala Prapurna, means he is endowed with all 64 kinds of arts, fine arts, isn't it? So he's expert in acting also. Okay, any art you take, Krishna is expert. Music, acting, dancing, Krishna is expert. So Karnayoho Karnikar. Karna is ear, Karnika is the name of a flower. So Krishna wears a beautiful Karnika flower near his ears. Okay, Karnayoha means plural, 2 ears. Sometimes Krishna wears the flower on his left side, close to left ear, sometimes close to right ear. So that's how Krishna decorates himself. Karnayoha Karnikaram. Bibharadvasaha Kanaka Kapisham Vaijayantim Chamalam. Vasaha means cloth. Krishna wears a beautiful dhoti, which has Kanaka Kapisham, that has the hue of gold. Just like gold shines, Krishna's dhoti, yellow dhoti also shines. That's why it is said Bibhrad. Bibhrad means shining. So he wears a shining dhoti that has a golden hue, golden yellow. Vaijayantim Chamalam. He also wears a Vaijayanti Mala. Vaijayanti Mala is a garland which is made of forest flowers of multiple types, multiple colors and fragrances. Some say 5, some say 8, but it's basically a forest flower garland of multiple colors and fragrances. So while Krishna is walking in Vrindavan like this, decorated in this way, what is he doing? He is playing his flute. Randhran Venor Adhara Sudhaya. Venu is Krishna's flute. What is Krishna's flute? It's nothing but a small bamboo stick with some holes in it. Okay. When something has holes in it, can it hold anything? But Krishna's flute, although it has holes in it, it is holding so many ragas. Something is very dry. Can it produce any juice? You are eating something dry, it cannot produce any juice. But this dry bamboo wood that Krishna holds can produce the nectar or the juice or rasa of so many ragas. It can moisten the eyes of people who are hearing Krishna's flute song. Whenever Krishna plays flute, all the cows and calves run towards Krishna with their upraised ears. When the calves get excited, their ears just stand on end, and making the ears as their cups, they drink the nectar of Krishna's flute song, and they take that flute song through the ears into the hearts and become so excited. And entire chapter, 10th canto, 21st chapter, Venugita chapter is filled with the effect of Krishna's flute song on different residents of Vrindavan. Whenever Krishna plays his flute and then sits on the bank of a river, the river gets excited. And the river makes offerings to Krishna. So the waves of the river are compared with the arms of the river, and all the flowers that are growing in the river are the offerings that the waves make to Krishna, to Krishna's divine lotus feet. Okay, so there's rivers also worship Krishna, and also the Gopas and Gopis get excited whenever Krishna is playing flute. The restless birds on top of trees, they become excited. Although they are restless generally, they become very still, steady, like sages, as if they are meditating. Okay, so like restless birds will become sober, and the stones will melt. Water that is moving will not move, it will stand still. And the stones that are very hard start melting. When Krishna puts his foot on Govardhan mountain, out of ecstasy, Govardhan mountain melts. Okay, not only by the touch of Krishna, but also by the sound of Krishna's flute. So in this way, Krishna, Randhran Venor, Krishna fills the holes of his flute. Randhra means holes, Venu means flute. Adhara Sudhaya means nectar of his lips. What is nectar of his lips? Krishna blows air into the holes of the flute, and that will produce wonderful ragas. Purayan means to fill. So sometimes, although Krishna is playing flute like this, sound doesn't come out. Like when some people blow conch shell, sound doesn't come out, only air comes out. So similarly, when Krishna plays flute, sometimes sound doesn't come out, music doesn't come out, only air comes out. Why? Krishna dropped the flute. Why Krishna dropped the flute and blowing the flute? Because Radharani came there. Seeing Radharani, Krishna got into ecstasy, and he wanted to play flute, but the flute is dropped because of his absorption in seeing the beautiful form of Radharani. And he is just uselessly, not uselessly, but fruitlessly, soundlessly, he's blowing air into the flute. All the flute is not there. Okay, but in general, Randhran Venor Adhara Sudhaya Purayan. He fills the nectar of his lips into the holes of the flute. Gopa Vrindayar, as Krishna is playing his flute like this, mesmerizing the hearts and ears of everybody in Vrindavan, and even beyond Vrindavan also. When Krishna is playing flute on top, in the sky, the devatas travel in airplanes. They get attracted to Krishna. Oh, Krishna is playing flute so nicely, they get attracted to Krishna. And cows get attracted, calves get attracted, bulls get attracted. Okay, it's very difficult to control a bull, but when Krishna plays his flute, bull becomes very sober, calm. Okay, so that's how Krishna is doing. Then Gopa Vrindayar, all the Gopas of Vrindavan who were accompanying Krishna. Early morning, Krishna, along with the Gopas and cows and the calves, along with Balaram, he would enter into the forest of Vrindavan. This is the scene described here. Gopa Vrindayar means cowhead boys were also accompanying Krishna. Vrindaranyam swapada ramanam pravishad gita kirti. In this way, Krishna enters the forest of Vrindavan. Okay, so Vrindaranyam swapada ramanam means Vrinda Aranyam. Aranyam means one forest. Whether you say Vrindavan or Vrindaranya, it is the same. Okay, Vrindaranyam swapada ramanam. So Pada means lotus feet. It's very significant that Swapada is mentioned here because Krishna is not even wearing shoes in Vrindavan. After a few verses, the gopis say that Vrindavanam sakhi bhuvo vitanoti kirtim yaddevaki sutapadam bhujalabdha lakshmi Govinda Vedu Manumatta Mayura Nrityam Prekshadri Sanvavaratanya Samasta Sattvam. Vrindavanam Sakhi Bhuvo Vitanoti Kirtim. The land of Vrindavan is increasing the glory and reputation of this whole planet of earth. Why? In the entire earth, wherever Krishna did pastimes, he always wore shoes. But in Vrindavan, Krishna doesn't wear shoes. The land of Vrindavan is so fortunate and so blessed that it is directly imprinted with the footprints of Krishna without any shoes. Generally, Mother Earth is separated from Krishna's divine lotus feet with a little gap, whatever is the thickness of Krishna's sandals. Okay, 1 inch or 2 inch or whatever it will be. He may not be wearing high slippers, but in Vrindavan, Krishna walks barefoot. Actually, Mother Yashoda has made some shoes for Krishna. On the Gopashtami day, which we are going to celebrate during Kartik, Mother Yashoda made some shoes for Krishna. Krishna, you are walking in Vrindavan forest and the cows and the calves were accompanying you. There may be so many stones and pebbles and thorns on the way. Your little divine, tender, soft, butter-like lotus feet would get hurt by these pebbles. Please wear these shoes. Krishna said, wow, amazing. Thank you so much, Mother Yashoda. I'll wear these shoes. But did you make shoes for my cows also? Mother Yashoda said, no, I didn't wear shoes for cows because cows don't wear shoes. No. Cows also should wear shoes. Only if my cows wear shoes, I will also wear shoes. Okay, Krishna said that. It's a condition. And Mother Yashoda, how many shoes she will make? 1 pair of shoes she has made for Krishna. But there are 9 lakh cows in Nanda Maharaj's Goshala. Each cow had 4 legs, not 2 legs. How many pairs of shoes she has to make? Okay, so 9 lakh, not 9 lakh pairs, 18 lakh pairs. Okay, so 36,000 shoes. So she can't make. I can't make so many shoes. Then Krishna said, okay, no problem. I will not wear shoes. I'll walk barefoot. So Krishna walks barefoot in Vrindavan. Noticing that this, all the cows of Vrindavan understood Mother Yashoda's concern because they are also mothers, right? One mother can understand the heart of another mother. Cows could understand the heart of Krishna, of Mother Yashoda, and the cows went all over in Vrindavan and started, stamping on all the pebbles and little stones and made them powder, like talcum powder, baby's foot, right? As soft as that. All the dust of Vrindavan has become as soft as powder. So then Krishna walked barefoot in Vrindavan. Nothing would happen to his divine feet. So Vrindaranyam Swapada Ramadam. So Krishna is happily walking barefoot in Vrindavan. Pravishad Gita Kirtihi. Pravishad means he is entering. Pravesha means enter. Gita Kirtihi. As the gopis and as the gopas are singing Krishna's glories and Krishna's pastimes, Krishna entered the forest of Vrindavan. Okay. So whenever Krishna enters Vrindavan while playing his flute, he expertly plays his flute that he blends the flute sound with the natural sounds of Vrindavan. Vrindavan is filled with so many natural sounds. What are they? There are waterfalls. There are birds chirping very sweetly in Vrindavan, and there is mild breeze that is making the trees and plants move, isn't it? So the sound of the trees and the sound of waterfalls and sound of the birds chirping, and these are all natural sounds of Vrindavan. They were like a wonderful musical accompaniment for Krishna's flute song. Krishna is blending his flute song very expertly into these natural sounds. Sometimes when you go for a nature stroll in monsoon, the nature makes some kind of sounds. During spring, the nature has different kinds of sounds. So Krishna also plays his flute and plays different ragas on his flute that are very much apt and suitable to the seasons around. Seasonally, he eats seasonal fruits, right? Similarly, Krishna plays seasonal ragas. So he is expert in playing flute, and even the masters of musical science like Shiva, then Vishnu, and even some heavenly residents also get attracted by Krishna's flute song. So this is how Krishna makes his entrance in Vrindavan. So thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So today is Sharad Purnima. So that's why I took this shloka, okay, to remember Krishna's playing of flute. It is the playing of Krishna's flute that attracted all the gopis of Vrindavan, and they came at Vamshivat, leaving all their household duties and family members and relatives. Pati sutanvayad bhratru bandhava ati vilanghate nyachyutagata gati virastavod gita mohita kitavayoshitaha kastyaje nishi. So they left their pati, sutta, bhratru, bandhava, all these relatives, and they came to Krishna hearing his flute song, to serve him, to dance with him. So that's the Sharad Purnima pastime that happened today. We'll discuss more about it this evening. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Anyone would like to sing? Krishiva, you ready with the full shloka?
Harvayo Karvikara Vibradvasaha Kalakapishap Vaidel Tikchavala Baldral Vela Desidaya Puraya Goparinde Daraya Sapadaravala Pravisha Gita Kirti Resha Prabhuji Namaste.
Thank you, Divya Krishna.
Yes, Rabji. बर्हापीरन्नतरवपु कर्णयोर्कर्णिकारं बिभ्रद्वासः कनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं जमालां रन्ध्रान् वेदोरदरसुधया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दैर् वृन्दावन्यं सपदरमणं प्राविशत्कीर्तिः. Thank you, Rabji. Thank you, Krishna.
Dandavad.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam. Barhapidam natavaravapu karnayo karnikaram Vibradvasa kanakakapisham vaijayantim chamalam Randran venur adara sudaya purayan gopavrinde Vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirti. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you. Meenakshi Mataji.
बर्हापीडं नटवरवपुः कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बिभ्रद्वासः कनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं च मालां रन्ध्रान् वेणोरधरसूधया पुरयन् गोपवृन्दैर्वृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणं प्राविशद्गीतकीर्तिः. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Shubhangi.
वरापीडं नटवरवपु कर्णयो कर्णिकारां बिभ्रत्वा सकनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं च मालां रन्धरन् वेणुरधरसुतया पूनयन् गोपवृन्दे वृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणं प्राविशद्गीतकीर्ति.
Thank you. Bharat Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Varhapidam natavarapu karnayo karnikaram vibhratvasha kanaka kapisham rajayantim chamalam randhran venu adhara sudaya purayan kopa vrinde vrindaranyam swapadaramanam ravishta gita kirti. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Neelam Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम। बर्हापीडं नटवरवपुः कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बिभ्रद्वासः कनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं च मालां रन्ध्रान् वेणोरधरसुधया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दे वृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणं प्राविशद्गीतकीर्तिः। दंडवत प्रणाम।
Aishwarya Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम। कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बिभ्राद्वशः कनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं च मालं रन्ध्रान् वेणुरधरसुधया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दैर् वृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणं प्रविशद्गीतकीर्तिः। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम।
Nimisha.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम। बर्हापीडं नटवरवपुः कर्णयो कर्णिकारां बिभ्रद्वशः कनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं च मालां रन्ध्रान् वेणुरधरसुधया पूरयान् गोपवृन्देर् वृन्दारण्यं